Right, well I'm here at Lodgepond, one of Farnham Angling Society's runs waters. Obviously this is part one of our winter diary. As you can see, Chris is not with me today. He's still at work. It's a Thursday, it's about 4:15. We're allowed to get on the lake as of 4 PM. Lights closing in. I haven't got anything sorted yet. I've literally just grabbed the camera, everything's with me, barrow's over. No sign of fish yet. Been told by the bailiff that these are the primary swims, like the good ones, as they say. This is pegs 1, 2 and 3. On the other side, high 20s I believe they are. Yeah, this end of the lake's where the good fish are meant to come out. Carp to high 20s in here I believe. But like I say, it's a runs water. As it's part one of our winter diary, we want to try and get as many fish on camera and as many fish for ourselves as well. So bear with me, I'm going to set all the stuff up now. Next time I tune in, I'll hopefully have the rods in and be set for the night. Nice one. Right, well it's 6:10 now. As you can see, I'm all wrapped up in my sleeping bag. It's pretty nippy tonight. I think it's about 3 degrees at the moment. It's not meant to fall too much more throughout the night though. I think low is 2, and then it should pick up about 5 degrees by 9 in the morning, which should be quite nice and quite welcome. I got the rods out pretty sharpish before night fell. Ended up putting the bivvy up in the dark, which wasn't ideal, but we couldn't start fishing this water until 4 PM because of the rules of the society. So yeah, I got one rod out. With the 10 pellet from Mistral and a PVA bag system, the Fox Rapide system, really good. Tied the bag up instantly. Took me about, well I don't know, 2 minutes I'd say, something like that. I chucked it straight out into it. It's quite heavy silt here, well not too heavy but heavy enough to, I only want to use a light lead, so I've got 1.5 ounce leads on because I'm not casting too far at the moment. And I've dipped the other one down to the left in my margin. The one out on the right on the pellets in the PVA bag, that's got a Mistral pineapple pop-up, and that's on the stiff hinge rig. I kind of left the lead out of the bag because I'm not casting it too far, just to make sure I get a good presentation when it pops up. So the pineapple pop-up should sit just above the rest of the pellets, which should be quite nice and appealing for the carp. And that was dipped in some of the FM juice as well. One down on the left in the margin, got a snowman set up that caught a linear not too long ago at Beaver Farm on. When I was there, I wasn't filming unfortunately, but I had a 19 pounder out on that. So yeah, I've got a snowman rose hip vampire squid. So the rose hip is the pop up, 215 mils, just sitting nicely. And all I did was tie a diamond with the PVA webbing and 4 boilies inside. So it kind of sits like this. Just threaded it straight through down onto my hook link. Pushed the hook into the PVA webbing, so I know that it's going to be presented well when it's popped out there. And then just scattered some boilies around it, some of the vampire squid and some of the rose hips. It got dipped in a booster before I chucked it out. But I say I'm literally, it's about 3 meters from where I am at the moment, just in the margin. It's a nice overhanging tree. So yeah, I'm hopeful. As you can see, I'm all wrapped up, really out in the sleeping bag, ready for the night. It's a bit lonely to be honest, because Chris ain't here. I won't lie, even though obviously we sleep in our own bivvies. So it's always nice to have some company, but hey, I'm the only one on the complex tonight, so there's no one else here at all. So hopefully some fish will come out. Hopefully I'll be talking to you soon with a nice carp in my hand, but if not, I'll see you in the morning. 5 PM, still nothing at all. Other than 7 AM, little tiny run I had this morning. A bit disappointed to be honest, but hey ho, this is what winter fishing is all about. Obviously the temperatures have cooled down, the fish ain't feeding. And unfortunately, I'm sitting there like a lemon at the moment, but we will fish, so this is what we will do. So I've still got one out on the stiff hinge. I've actually changed my other one over to a soft hinge rig, which basically I used the jelly wire on most of my standard rigs. I haven't stripped it back, but instead of that stiff boom section, the Fox Illusion that I've been using, the 30 pound stuff, I've been using the jelly wire instead, with its coating still on, just to give it a bit more flexibility. Apparently, so the bailiff said today after having a chat with him that the water is 3 foot of water and then 3 foot of silt, so it really is deep silt, hence why I'm only using 1.5 ounce leads. So I've really got to do everything I can to try and keep that rig out of that silt, otherwise the carp are never going to find it. So like I said, I've got a softer hook link on that jelly wire, softer boom section, sorry, going down to the standard shot. One with the soft, the jelly wire boom section over a margin just to the right of me that the bailiff pointed out. He said it's always covered in bloodworm, which is fantastic. So hopefully something should come of that. And then just down in the margin, I've kept the stiff boom purely because I've felt around with the lead as I've been bringing it in, and it's quite hard there. It's not really sealed as such. And if it is sealed, it's very hard sealed. So as such, I've just lowered it on top of that. Yeah, just waiting for a bite now really. Chris is due to be in about 3-4 hours, something like that. He's just finished work. So I'm waiting to see what happens. I took the rods out earlier when I grabbed Chris's bivvy out, and I got that all set up for him for when he comes down, so he hasn't got too much to do in the dark. While I had the rods out, I walked around the far bank, just the right hand margin that I've got, fed it up with some of the 10 pellet from Mistral. It's been glugged in the PVA. PVA, what am I talking about? It's been jugged in the I-40 juice. I had some in the FM juice as well. So they just got chucked in there. Probably about 4 or 5 handfuls over an area, probably half the size of a snooker table. I've cast bang on the money, I clipped up. So I know I'm fishing in the right spot. It's just a matter of waiting for the fish to show now. Yesterday I heard some crashing about kind of this kind of time, but today nothing at all. I haven't heard a single crash in a good few hours. It rained for a little bit earlier. I say only for about 20-25 minutes, something like that. It did proper chuck it down. So I don't know, if you want to stick to theories, hopefully it should have oxygenated the water up a bit more, got the carp feeding, moving around and stuff, but we'll wait and see. Obviously once Chris gets here we'll do a bit more filming for you guys, but I'm trying. Unfortunately this is part of winter carping, sometimes you catch them, sometimes you don't, but we're certainly trying. I'm here for another night. Chris is hopefully will be here soon. I think he's doing tomorrow night, I'm not 100% yet, but depending on see how this goes, it might be worth a good night for us. So yeah, tune in a bit. Cheers mate. Right, it's 10 PM now. As you can see, Chris has decided to join us.
Hello.
It's probably been about an hour and a half now?
Yeah, maybe. It took me a little while to find it actually. It's not the easiest path to come down in the middle of the night, sort of dark and foggy, trying to find your way to the car park. But
really dense fog, really bad.
Yeah, I got it eventually. Got all my barrow loaded up and stuff in the swim. Literally, as it's so late that half an hour by the time I got the rods in at least. I've just put them left and right, flit them a rod length out, just single pop-ups and a handful of pellets over the top. That's all I've done.
Me being a nice friend, I tied them up to the the soft hinge rig that I was talking about earlier.
Stiff hinge?
No, they're soft. They're with the jelly wire. They are stiff hinge, don't get me wrong, but they're just not made with that stiff boom section. So I'm going to call it a soft hinge rig. I dare say it's called something else, but that's just what I've...
Matt is going to show me how to tie that later as well, because I'm guilty of sometimes using the chod too much, and Matt is very faithful with this rig, so yeah. If it works for Matt, let's see if it works for me.
So yeah, they're out there now. We haven't really heard anything crashing about.
Yeah, the one didn't we? It seemed pretty heavy, but neither of us saw it.
Yeah, since Chris has been there, or since about 6 PM, we've probably had 2 fish crash up this end of the lake anyway. But it's not a particularly big lake, so if they were crashing at the other end, you'd probably be able to hear them.
Matt, you did have a little run, didn't you?
I did have a run, yeah.
Was it 7 o'clock?
Yeah, it was about 7 PM. Quite intermittent. To be honest, it sounded like a bream, but as much as I'd normally say I hate bream and I can't stand the things, because I've been sitting here for so long, I was quite actually excited about pulling this bream in, and I'll wash my mouth out after, apologies, but it didn't amount to anything anyway.
No.
I pulled into it and I didn't feel anything instantly.
Well, we reckon there's about 6 to 8 anglers on the lake, maybe, including us two.
Yeah, there's a couple. There's obviously me and Chris, and then I'm not sure whether the people opposite are still here. They were in the daytime, they might be here now still, but they're straight opposite, but they're not kind of fishing near us anyway.
Nothing's come out regardless how many people are here. Like we have said, it is like our first winter diary. Like this year, winter is pretty cold outside. It's going to drop down. Not as cold as last night though. Last night I dropped to about 2, I think was a low. Tonight I think the low's about 5 or 6. Oh, it's pretty warm to be honest. So maybe it'll wake the fish up, who knows. I don't know how long I'm going to be fishing for. I'm definitely fishing through till tomorrow evening, and we'll see if I stay tomorrow night or not, depending on fishing, how they fishing basically. I've got things to do, if not, such as editing these videos, because someone has to do it.
I don't do the editing. just to let you know, I don't have anything to do with that. It's just got you.
So when it's naff, just complain and let me know. So yeah, I've got one out on the coconut ice pop-up from Mistral, and one on a yellow banana pineapple pop-up from Mistral as well. Pineapple. Sorry.
I've got both out on pineapple now. I thought stuff it, why not?
Why not? Well, that's all. Matt's both. Obviously, both the Matt's runs are on pineapple. The bailiff did say pineapple as well, and yellow's a good colour.
No, in fact, the run I had this morning was on the snowman, but because of the silt, it's just a bit iffy. Just for peace of mind, stuck it. And obviously, the pineapple I had the run on earlier, so I know from speaking to the bailiffs that they come out on the pineapple. They like that yellow colour, so high visibility. Obviously, it's not particularly good visibility for us, but to the fish, obviously, it's bright yellow. So.
Well, hopefully, one of us will have some luck tonight. Yeah, it's quite muddy outside, so I reckon
it's bloody muddy outside.
So Matt's got mud and a door that's not working at the moment.
Yeah, just to let you know, my bivvy door is absolutely naff.
So
the zip's completely broken on it. I haven't even had it a year. I'm not particularly impressed. Don't get me wrong.
We won't name the brand.
Yeah,
it's a certain urban animal.
Oh, don't say that. Is it?
That's because
to be honest,
urban animals.
It's got a bushy tail. It's a decent bivvy, but unfortunately, it's letting me down at the moment. But who knows? I'll probably get it off 7 fixed. It's still under warranty, I think. But for the time being, I'm having to Velcro the door up, and it only goes halfway, so it's going to be a cold air at night.
It is. So hopefully next time we'll see you, we'll have a big fish. If not, we've got a lot of filming to do tomorrow, which is for a new part of the channel, which we're associating with a company which will see very soon. It'll come up just after this video does. We'll tell you more about that tomorrow. But until then, nice one.
Right, there we go, 5 in the morning. First fish, Final Angling Society waters for Apex Angling. This has come in the margin on the soft hinge rig, if you like. So probably just pushing doubles. I haven't bothered weighing it. It's come on the Mistral Pineapple pop-up. Really made up. So it's 5 in the morning, it's pretty cold. I've got nothing on my feet. I'm probably lost feeling in my feet now, but I'm going to knit this one back in and maybe even grab another couple of bites before I shoot off at midday. Nice one. Right, well it's Saturday midday now. Unfortunately we haven't had any more other than the one I had at 5 o'clock this morning. Yeah, it's not been too bad to be honest. Obviously we would have hoped for more, but it being cold in November, nearly December almost. So
we haven't had a chance to get out the last couple of weeks really. Matt's got out once, just went with his girlfriend's brother, taking it one of the first times.
Yeah.
I'm going to be staying on for a couple of more hours, but not too long to be honest, and unless I get anything I won't actually film again. You'll notice as well, coming up on our channel, we've got a new partnership going with Swim Tackle at the moment. Now Swim Tackle are a great new, up and coming tackle company based in Birmingham. They're bringing you cut price tackle at really good quality. So check out our videos coming up on that as well. We're going to be coming to this venue quite often over this winter, so this has been really a first sort of exploratory session. We've put a little bit of bait in actually now at the end, not to fish over, just to get the fish used to picking up our boilies that they might not have seen before.
Yeah, we've probably put half a kilo around, scattered in different spots, literally just so that they can feed confidently on them. So when it does get to spring, they start feeding a bit more. Hopefully they'll pick our baits up confidently, and now there's them extra fish.
Definitely. I think this is a great venue to really have as a winter session, as a winter venue even, I must say. Slightly higher stock levels than some of the other Farnham Angling Society waters. Fish do go up to £30, so there is a chance for nice fish in here as well. But like I said, it's just about catching fish at the end of the day in winter. We know they've shut down, but we're here to fish for them. Yeah,
one fish over 2 nights, to be honest, statistics wise, probably not the best, but we caught, and that's what I came here to do. So I can hold our heads up, and it's not really been a wasted trip as such. But we've learned a lot about the lake. Speaking to the bailiff yesterday, we've learned a lot, so we've got a lot more to learn on here. But yeah, this is part 1 of our winter diaries.